everybody. We're back with more Dungeon We're back from break with more Dungeon Mad Mage. It's been one of those days. There's so many things happening in the background. I'm so tense. I'm so scared. We continue forward. Those people have moved. All of these other people have moved. Blah 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 blah. Matashtai. Sorry.
Wish I knew what to be scared about.
I need this. Seem correct. Okay. Need that. Cool. There is that situation. I keep doing that incorrectly. Matashtai, it's your turn.
Okay, I try go back. Now this is when I fail all my saves.
Con save.
Yep.
I actually think this is only a 12. Un momento. Let me check the master document.
Please be only a
12. I didn't think it was high.
I don't think it's an especially high DC. This is...
That was a 12 or a 13.
I believe it's 12. Strange. Yeah, I believe it's 12. You make it through.
Strange.
As he comes clad in ice. Little snowflakes.
Clad in ice with a invisibility revealing lantern hanging around his waist.
That mage is fucked.
I'm about to beat some mage ass.
You come out the other side.
I didn't hear no bell.
Alright, well, I don't see anything yet. So was it just 5 to get through there?
Yeah, it was just 5 to get through there.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, I see some people.
Okay.
See the mage yet?
You see flickering around the corner an individual.
40, 45, 50. Well, hello there.
You roll up on this person. They turn. You see green held at the end of their finger. They use their held action and shoot a disintegrate beam at you.
I'm sorry, what?
Did they save the blindness? I thought you said they were blinded.
They saved at the end of their turn.
You said they reacted.
Yes. Yeah, they saved at the end of their turn for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, what is the con save on disintegration ray?
Isn't it a dex save?
It's not a con save, it's a dex save. It's dexterity saving throw DC 18.
Oh shit, fucker. Alright, goodbye forever, Matthew.
Well, how much HP you got?
Die.
How much HP?
Not enough, probably. 54.
You do have Glacier to mitigate some damage.
Okay,
Sure,
alright. That does not mean you're going to be dust yet. This is survivable.
How much does Glacier mitigate?
2d6.
6.
6.
Okay.
Do we want to figure out what is the number needed for dust ahead of time?
I think we're about
the
to
dust number.
Isn't it just to get you to 0?
Yep. Yeah.
So you have 54. So it's
so if it does 60, I die.
Does 60, you die.
I don't know what the roll is for disintegration, but that would be interesting.
Disintegration.
I think it's 60-10.
No fucking way. It would have to be a perfect roll to kill him? Dude, roll it. That'd be cool.
No, it's something plus like 30, I think.
10d6 plus 40.
10d6 plus
Plus
40.
40?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he
So
needs
it could be
less than average roll
it
to
could be
kill him?
100 damage.
Oh my god, dude,
I did
you're
not think it
fucked.
was that high.
Dude, fucking see you later, bro. No, I'm joking. Roll
I
it.
thought
Let's
it
see.
was a 5th level, not a.
That shit's cray.
The 6th level spell.
I'm fucking hyped. Let's do this shit.
It's a 6th level spell, and I said this during the break. This is this scenario of was concerned or showed concern, talking about how lucky you guys had been getting because Matashtai spent 1 turn power word stunned. Ashes spent 1 turn power word pained.
This dude's a fucking.
Dude, he's a boss. Holy shit, that's so cool.
Let's see if this luck continues.
Is there anything I can do?
Anybody got anything?
Hold
You
on,
got-
no.
You
I
got
don't- none of my-
DM
Can you-
inspirations. You got
No,
blessings
no
of
demon
luck.
inspiration.
Can you blood curse of the eyeless?
That's a spell. Like, it's a
I mean,
dex
I
save.
still have
It's
my
not
fucking
an
wisdom,
attack.
but that's not like transferable, right? The fucking
The what?
Aerolol bullshit. Like that's not
Your
transferable.
blessings?
Yeah,
They're a luck point. How does luck work?
I don't know. 5e, lucky.
I assume lucky only is things affecting you.
And besides, it's within 30 feet. I can't reach that anyways.
When a attack roll is made against you, you can use it against the enemy, but not giving it to a friend.
Well,
Okay.
Curse of the Isle. Yeah, eyeless wouldn't work anyways. Exposure.
Can
Sounds-
Matashtai catch it and deflect it?
I would like to catch the beam.
I
I would
mean,
also like
you
him to
don't
catch
have
the-
your magic catching hands, do you?
I do, but it's not a spell attack.
Ah. Yeah, that's fair. It's a save.
No, I
That
ain't
doesn't
got
count.
shit. I ain't got
Okay.
shit, guys.
We roll.
I also ain't got shit.
In 3,
He has to roll incredibly mediocre
2,
to not kill you.
1.
You're
It's not. There's nothing here. Did you roll it for just you?
Oh, I did roll for just me. Sorry.
Yeah, but Jeremy.
I'm not-
Damn it, Jeremy!
I'm not used to having to do GM only stuff.
You
My
can't do
bad.
this.
This is some old bullshit.
It's
Stop the
fine.
count.
It's fine. I'll roll
How
again.
bad was the roll?
3, 2.
Oh, he's fucking dead. Oh my god.
Matashtai sprints back into the chamber,
Oh,
knowing
dude.
that there is an invisible mage somewhere. Has his lantern lit, rounds the corner, sees the mage, rolls towards him. Gorthax Ovrindar, the Archmage of Vlanwelv Ovrindar, turns. You see a glint of green at his fingertip. Points it towards your chest. There's a beam that shoots out, hits Matashtai in the chest. You see his body flashes. And then you see his body pulse blue.
Is he immune to disintegrate? Oh, is it poison damage? He's immune to poison.
You see his body pulse blue.
Valena.
And Matashtai, in your mind, you hear Valena scream.
Great. Just kill me.
You're dropped to 0 HP. And you are knocked unconscious. But you are not disintegrated.
Are you no longer an alien?
He's not an alien anymore.
Wait, the spirit was what made me an alien?
The other people in the
Yes.
chamber,
Yep.
the other people in the chamber see the woman that you have slowly been seeing over the last several days and
Giggity.
weeks begin to manifest more and more frequently from Matashtai. You see her step out of him, fill his space. And then you see her throw her head back, her mouth open in a silent scream. And then you see Matashtai drop.
Oh, that's just horrible.
Do I feel the spell drop?
Your roll an Arcana check for me. We'll say, I mean, you're behind a wall. We'll say DC 16.
And again, I
At
have
disadvantage
exhaustion,
because
so
you're
it's
exhausted. Yeah,
disadvantage.
absolutely.
11.
Nope.
Okay.
Hold on.
That was
I
the
think
held
it's-
action of Gorthax Avrandar.
Damn, Gorthax.
Damn it, third.
The Lantern of Revealing clatters to the ground next to Matashtai. Or it's still on his hip. Gorthax looks, and he sees that Quailan Huan sees him. He sees that Bones sees him, right? He yells, he looks at the remaining individuals. He looks at Matashti's lifeless body. And he seems somewhat confused or perturbed, right? And then he yells in Elvish, throws out a hand. You see Raylan Avrandar appear out of nowhere, grab his hand, and they're both gone.
What?
And then a heartbeat after that, Zaron Adaragon reappears next to you, and I think it's at that point that we're gonna fall out of initiative order. You guys are still in a time-sensitive scenario, but right now there are no immediate pressing threats right on top of you. So we're gonna take this over the next few moments from a more narrative standpoint in stride. In point of fact, I think we'll move out of the I'll try to move out of the battle map and to a more roleplay oriented scenario. And we're also gonna toss on some music. We're going to do this. Over the next few moments, Ezrah will realize that his spell is still active. It's still technically on the body of Matashtai, but it's not doing anything. It's not attached to a living person, right? I think over the next few moments, Ezrah will realize that from his arcane link.
Is he still
Ashes,
considered a willing creature?
no, because he'll eventually. I mean, he's dead. Ashes, you're able to cover the ground. Zaron, Quailan, step aside. Bones, you are there. And I think Ezra's able to start making his way that way again. Because you guys, this is still a time-sensitive scenario. You're not taking a long amount of time, but Ashes and Bones are able to instantly close the distance, and Ezra is following behind. Matashtai is dead. There's no death saving throws or anything like this. The only thing that seemingly was spared was his body turning to ash from the disintegrate spell.
Well, that's more than nothing.
You don't know what that means. You don't know what might happen because of that. But you do know you have powerful allies. You do know that both in Spiderwatch Hold and in the city of Waterdeep, you have powerful clerics that are on your side.
We also have a raised event scroll.
You do have
We
that.
do?
You also have Dear Zana Freth waiting at a portal for you.
We need to go.
So,
Ashes, grab him.
what is going to happen? Yeah, so I need to know what happens now.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fireman carry, but this time much sadder than I originally would have.
Not a happy carry.
Do you need me to like take your bag or something? Like, can you carry him? And
Let's see. I think I can because my strength modifier is 5. I have 20 strength, which means my carry weight
It's
is
like 300 or some shit like that.
Yeah, and I've got 179. Well, you know what? I don't fucking care. Like I can be over encumbered. It really doesn't do a whole lot. Even if
Does
it
it have
is,
your
it's fine.
speed?
Does it?
mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah, that's the downside of being too encumbered is you're carrying too much shit. You can't travel quickly.
Yeah, 5.
I mean, I got plenty of weight. I mean, I can just take your bag, brother.
All right.
I mean,
That'll free
Quailen,
up,
Hlond, and Zeron are also willing to grab or hold things or do whatever needs to be done. This happens in moments, right? Like, this happens over the course of the next few seconds. A body is picked up, packs are slung to other people, and you all start moving. Now, the question that I have for you is...
Oh, it doesn't have it. It just reduces it by 10 feet.
Where are you going? And what are you doing, and how are you doing it, right? Like, where is your destination, and how are you planning on getting there?
Well, we have the benefit of knowledge, but unless Ezra tells us we shouldn't go that way.
I
We're
warn you that there is something barring. I am not hiding that.
I mean,
fact.
Ezra said that immediately to Matashtai as soon as he came through the statue. There's no reason why he wouldn't say it to everyone else, you know?
There is a bundle of arms that has decided to interpose itself.
Do we think we can get past it?
Probably not. It seemed very aggro, and it was not the only one.
Okay. Well. Okay. I got a plan. Damn, what the fuck is his name? Diragon.
Zeron?
Zeron. Damn it. Okay. Zeron.
Yeah.
Go and make sure Dirzana goes through the portal.
Well, don't we need to? She has our. Well, Zeron has the other scroll.
He's saying
right?
you guys split. He's saying
We
send
split.
Zeron to Dirzana,
We'll go back to 6.
and you guys take a
Right.
different route.
Right. Gotcha. Cool.
You're banking on
Yep.
the idea that Zeron is going to be able to get
And-
through either unseen, or even if he is seen, he can just keep blinking, right, and get away.
I mean, I'm gonna pointedly ask him. Are you good? Are you good getting her home?
I'll do exactly what I need to.
She's at the portal. She's waiting for one of us to come
He-
up there. So
He doesn't wait for your response. He steps forward, touches the statue. He's already gone.
All right. We'll make it back to
Yep,
whatever
we'll get
the
there.
fuck their place is called as soon as we can.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. Hearthholm.
Spider Watch Keep.
Actually, what Spider Watch? Holy shit.
Spider Watch Keep.
Okay, well let's go then.
Portal?
Let's so we'll make for the north gate to 6.
You follow past, or you follow behind Zeron, and as you are all coming through the portal, he's already gone. He is now shadow stepping every single turn. So he is.
Did you pull what's her nuts out of the bag?
No.
No, she's got shattered legs.
Yeah, she's got shattered
Can't
leg.
walk.
I mean, you could put her over your other shoulder and have oxygen.
I mean, you still got many minutes worth of oxygen.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so with that decision, a couple of things change. This stops being a chase. This stops being an escape scene. And it turns into a different situation. It turns into, one, an unknown quantity of Zeron Adaragon venturing forth to Dirzana Freth. Is he successful? Is Dirzana still there? Right? Like, what happens in those situations? You guys are not going to know. Not yet, anyways. And in the meantime, you guys are going to be making your way northward, and you're planning to head directly to the portal to 6?
The portal of the Drow took, yes, to 6.
Okay, gotcha. So you're going to go past the stairs up to the 9th level, and then head northwest.
No, we're gonna go up to the portal they took to the heart of the mountain.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
going-
You said past the stairs. I understand.
You are going
okay.
to go past the stairs to the 9th level, which is just north of you, and you're going to go northwest and then west to the portal that was to the heart of the mountain. Okay.
Yes.
I need 2 d20s. You are going through the outskirts of Mural's Gauntlet. So this is a different roll. Please, dear God, do not... Okay. I was going to say, please, dear God, do not roll 2 nat 1s for me.
I would have
That could be fun.
a lot, but it is what it is.
That'd be a way to go out. We rolled Mural, and she's empowered.
We can all roll new characters together.
Gobbo Squad!
Gobbo Squad. Yeah, we don't roll characters. We just take over Skull Taker people.
Look, it's already canon that when needed, goblins appear. So, you know.
When needed, goblins appear. That is absolutely what happens. Okay. You guys make your way through the outskirts
Making
of
way.
Mural's Gauntlet. And you make your way to the lidless side portal.
We do this.
Do you have a means of activating this thing now?
I'm sorry, which portal?
Lidless eye? Oh, this is an invisibility portal, right? I thought this was the fly one.
I can do it.
Oh well, if you
I
can
can
do it.
use my 7th level spell to
Jeez.
spell slot.
Don't you, hey, don't you still have more charges on the ring? though?
No,
No, I used my
he
last
used
one.
the last one.
Yep.
Well, do what you got to do. Before we, what are the rules on getting more air in this bag?
There isn't any.
You can once
Just
you
start
guys
blowing into it.
once you guys feel like you are in a comfortable scenario, you can basically open the bag, summon Arachnophane back out, and keep her like partially in the bag, partially out of the bag for a
Oh,
moment.
well, let's do that because I don't
and
know how long it takes us to travel in this.
Explain to her what is going on, and yeah, that's the issue. Is you don't time as you're going through the portals is wibbly wobbly.
Question mark?
If you take her
Didn't
in
it
the
take
bag,
like an hour to go through it last time?
one time,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes it's like moments. It feels like it's instantaneous. Other times it feels
Maybe we
like,
throw
time.
Matashtai, the person who doesn't need oxygen, in the bag of holding, and Ash's fire
with
carries
Quailen
her.
here as well, right? Like you guys have another set of arms that can help carry people, right? So it's not going to be pretty, but Quailen is more than willing to carry Arachnophane through this last leg of the journey.
Yeah, I mean, we'll shoulder it together.
Yeah, Ezra's all about being pretty. That's a thing.
Okay, Ezra is going to use a 7th level spell in order to activate the invisibility gate.
That hurts, but yes.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Silvery hue fills the gates. You guys rush inside. There's the familiar kind of like shock as the arcane power washes over you.
We
And
are shook.
I think we're going to move into a new song. Matashtai died.
Yup.
Not expected, but not entirely unexpected. You and your friends, your crew, have been doing progressively more and more dangerous shit here lately. And in point of fact, that makes you recall a conversation that you had pretty recently with your Ori spirit, Velena, the person, the individual that has been a part of your life for years now. A conversation questioning where it stops, where it ends, questioning whether there's peace at the end of this, or whether it just leads to more and more and more fighting. Oh, sweet boy. So that's a question, Matashtai. You find yourself... Actually, I'm not entirely sure. Because that's very dependent on Matashtai and his beliefs. So I'm not entirely sure where you find yourself right now, Matashtai. Do you have any idea?
Not really.
Then I think it's appropriate in that type of scenario for souls who are unsure, that don't have the convictions, right? That they find themselves in the quintessential just land of nothing. It's just clear. You know you've died. But you also know that your friends are powerful. And you know you live in a world where resurrection is not nowhere outside the realm of possibility. As has already been stated, you guys literally have a scroll of raised dead on your, as part of the group's holdings, right? And you are currently doing the bidding of a powerful cleric of Erelal Freth, the Great Mother. It's entirely plausible that you will be brought back. But only if you want to be. That's not a question. That's just a statement. So Matashtai is in this space, this nothingness, realizing that it's very possible that he could go back to the life that he was living, continue his quest, in order to become a champion of Boldre and do whatever else it is he wants to do. But again, only if he wants to. We move away from that scene to a different space. You all enter into the invisibility gate. Cold arcane energy washes over your bodies. And you feel immediately a familiar presence. The presence of the individual that has helped you all this time. You also immediately see that there is no Quailen Hlond, there is no Arachnophane. They're gone.
What?
They're
just gone?
They're just gone.
Sorry, I'm just watching that paw.
Paw.
I'm just watching that for a bit.
You
He's getting
have
ready.
Ezrah, Ash's bones, and Matashtai's body is here. At first carried into the silvery river of arcane energy by ashes, and then kind of just floating alongside him, a hand held onto the monk. And you feel that presence. And it doesn't speak as it has spoken to you in times past. You just feel an acknowledgement come from it. You feel a warmth from it. And just a tiny amount of light blossoms around you. And you're sent on your way. Shepherded in so much as the entity can do so, having been weakened by the shadow in an altercation in the past on your behalf. I need someone, actually, I say someone, I need everyone, including Matashtai, to roll me a D100.
Big 31, baby!
How the hell is the new dice? Whatever, I'll just type it. 1D100.
You do know you don't need the one, right?
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just roll D100. /roll /R.
well, that implies that you have one die that is 100-sided.
I mean, you can even see it in the
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
Roll D100 versus the 1D100.
Okay. All right. Bones.
Hello, it's me.
Happened the last time.
Sure did. I lost something. I still hadn't figured out what.
You feel that kind of warmth, that acknowledgement wash over you all. And you are pushed forward through the silvery veins within the mountain's lifeblood. And you see the shadow once more streak across with hands and eyes covering the tube of arcane energy. And it pushes a hand down towards you. Need you to roll a 1d100.
D100. Damn, it does work.
No, he was lying.
I was full of shit.
I've never done
It
that.
was
I just
actively in the chat showing it worked.
Okay. View that.
The hands streak down to you and encompass you once more.
All right, I'm compassed.
And you
way's left?
feel a chill in your soul.
Great.
You feel something being taken from you.
Great.
And you can't do anything about it. The
Nope, sure can't.
hands eventually move away. You're released back into the arcane flow. And there's an emptiness in your chest that has gotten bigger.
Great. Love being empty.
He's down to 7 lives, boys.
And then, one by one, you find yourselves shunted out of the gate and into the heart of the mountain. And you are almost immediately set upon by some goblins.
Rise.
They all die immediately.
No. You guys come into the heart of the mountain, and there's a couple of the skull takers there, and there's immediately a right, like, and there's like a little tripwire that's not actually attached to anything. It's just literally a tripping wire, directly in front of the gate. Everyone, Ashes, Ezra, and Bones, all roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great.
Okay,
This is gonna go well.
fantastic.
This is an embarrassment check.
This is an embarrassment.
Mine's at disadvantage again.
It is at disadvantage. Yep, absolutely.
Reasons.
Yeah, each of you comes out, and the tripwire isn't right in front of the portal. It's like 1.5 feet in front of the portal. So you
I'm
step
making
out
them feel
and
better.
you
That's
immediately
exactly what's
see
happening.
it like down at your feet, and you're like, okay. You're able to step over it, and you find yourselves in the heart of the mountain in the lost level.
Wait, I do not trip the wire?
No, you don't. Oh, you have
With
a
a
3. Sorry. Yeah,
I
no,
was
as-
like, Jesus, they're not that bad.
Ashes comes out, sees it, steps over it. Bones comes out, sees it, steps over it. Ezra comes out, looks at the back of his allies, walks forward, face plants in the ground.
Tracks.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you crack
Worth
your
it.
jaw on the ground.
I'm making them
Or
feel
your
better.
wrist. You crack your wrist on the
This-
ground as you kind of
this-
like put
this
your
is
hands
all
out to catch
planned.
yourself. Yeah. There are a number of goblins here. They are immediately responsive to you. What do you guys want to do? What's the situation?
I'm immediately having Ashes move Matashtai into the central chamber, and then I'm gonna start ritually casting Gentle Repose on his body.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Man, now I don't get to be stanky.
Did you
Damn, no
want to?
dying.
Did you want to be a stanky alien boy?
He doesn't have a
Thanks.
say. He is dead.
What do we have? We have Lay's
Fine.
dead. Is that what we have?
Mm-hmm.
I have a raised dead scroll. Yes.
Oh, I ain't got no fucking 500 gold diamond. Shit, bitch.
But we also have several cleric friends that might be able to.
That's not how that works. When you create a scroll,
So
the magic of the scroll
yeah.
is contained within the scroll. They had to use the ingredients, the reagents, in creation of
to
the scroll.
create. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
So that scroll is
one-time
good to
used.
go.
Yep.
Yes.
Neat.
But in theory, if we go to the matron mother, we saved her daughter and potentially don't have to spend our.
Oh, is that the plan?
That's my thought.
Okay.
Fucking massive level
I'm
cleric.
just saying, like, if we're in a situation now where we might have options. If we can save the scroll for a time when we do not have an option, that would be.
And also, we have Arachnophane with us, so.
To be honest, I agree with you.
Not that I'm saying we should put Matt's life on a scales and weigh.
I mean, if he's gentle reposing, we're good.
Immediately as the situation unravels, Quilent Blonde and Arachnophane are tended to by Salt and a small crew of the Skull Takers. Salt
Mitch,
begins to use.
What's the staff at?
The staff of healing is at 0.
Okay.
We were lucky it didn't explode.
Well, do we know it didn't explode?
Been a low.
I mean,
very low chance.
I'm also
5%.
happy to use a grader to help her feel,
So the
That's
scenario is
shitty.
going to be is with injuries like that, short of regenerative magic,
Right.
magic is only going to do so much. So Salt is able to tend to her wounds to the point to where
that point.
yeah,
Okay.
to where things are
Okay.
going to be okay. She's not in a life and death situation, but her legs have been shattered. She is going to need the administrations of a significantly more powerful cleric in order to fix that. Or and this is what the goblins start doing. They start splinting her legs up, right?
Yep.
Because
go
they can't
Gobble
do anything
Squad,
else,
fuck 'em up.
right? So
Now,
they
like,
start
is
doing
it
that
like,
situation.
Is it like just like someone dropped a glass tube, or is it like just a single fracture? Or something?
No. Roll a medicine check for me, Ashes.
Multiple. I assume this
They
is.
just fucking beat the hell out of her legs. That's my guess.
Yeah, this was abusive on the worst of it.
The only reason she's not dead from like the pain and the fact that probably she should be poisoned by her own blood because she has so many breaks and crushes, is because she keeps getting pumped full of magical healing. So they had to have done this to her and then continued to heal her over the course of time to keep her alive.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not a war crime.
Oh no, it's horrendous. It's absolutely vicious. And she's conscious, right? And relatively lucid. She'll tell you in the moments of conversation that you have here or there where you guys aren't dealing with other things, she'll tell you that what was done to her was explicitly done to her to get to Dirzana Freth. Not for any other reason. She didn't have any information that Dirzana didn't have. They were using her torture to psychologically
Like
torture Dirzana.
yeah.
Yes.
Fucked up shit.
It is pretty fucked up.
Yep.
I can't wait to get a hold of all their beds.
You're damn right. We're gonna fuck those beds up.
This man knows what's up.
It's gonna be like that scene from Lord of the Rings at the Prancing Pony, where Aragorn got all the hobbits out, but the Nazgul didn't know that, and they're just like stabbing the shit out of the bed.
Yep. Straight up.
That's a deep cut.
Except that is our intended target, and not not the hobbits.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut them beds up.
Okay, so what happens in the
I know what hit
next
'em.
moments, in the next hours? Like, what is the party's plan here? Take it away.
I tell the goblins, I say, reset the traps. People might be coming or might be chasing us.
They immediately go about doing their duty. The runners are sent to notify the guard posts. There are multiple individuals attending, waiting on you guys to see what you need, and also assisting with Arachnophane and Quilin. And Quilin is over there just kind of like pushing, like waving goblins away, just like, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. You know, deal with them or deal with Arachnophane, etc., etc.
Do we make for 12 now? Is 12 is the flying gate? Is that correct? No, 12 is the one. Fuck, what gate is it? Flying gate is in 9.
How long are
Right.
you guys? Yeah. Are you leaving immediately, or are you guys staying here for any amount of time?
I don't remember what the gate is to get down there. If I'm honest with you.
What gate? Because I've got the thing open.
Do we have
Okay.
6 to 12?
6 to 12 is the flagon portal.
Oh, that's pour one out for your homies, right?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, we could, or we could rest and then go. What do you guys want to do?
All right.
In
Like,
case some crazy shit happens.
I am slightly concerned because we know that Avrandar does not have any problems using the portal. They've used them before and barged in on us, and I would feel kind of terrible if we were followed and we left.
Yeah.
You're thinking hitting the skull tickers?
Not to doubt the skill of
You had a-
the
You had a conversation
No,
about this previously, when you first met with Erlal Freth, though, right? When you first went to the maze level, it was immediately after the Skull Takers had been attacked, and that's been less than 24 hours, right? And the consensus that you had reached with Erlal Freth at that point was that it would be very unlikely for Avrandar to attack again in an unknown situation, having already lost so many people. And you guys just came back from ripping and tearing through them again, so they've lost even more people. So if you're following that logic, then, you know, is it possible that they try to counterattack? Potentially, but
I would argue that we've just made them more emotional, and emotional people do stupid shit.
sure. They've also made you more emotional.
That's true.
you want to do some
Emotioned
stupid
up.
shit.
Either way,
think that-
the Skull Takers, as you find them, are prepared and ready.
Who is it? Fucking. Who do we have? Ariande? Arachnothane. Arachnothane, people met us at the gate. Are they always there? The last time we went down to 12, the flagon gate.
The doppelgangers?
They have, generally there are guards posted near that gate to see if there's any movement from the Zezana.
That's the Minotaur people.
She nods.
Okay, so if we went there, we wouldn't be completely out in the cold. I think we go ahead and go. Like, we don't... I mean, that's my opinion. Like, I think we just go.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah? That the consensus?
Yeah, and that's majority.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Matashstai's dead, so that's majority. Good job.
Like, I know that Matt is stable, but
I can't be more dead.
He
I
can't
wanna
be
get
more
him
dead.
back.
Well, you could be a pile of ash.
Yes,
would
that's true.
technically be more
Actually,
dead.
that would technically be more dead.
Same amount of dead, just different matter.
Well,
Fair.
okay. Well, I want to get him back, and I don't want Dearzana to do something stupid thinking we didn't make it with Arachnothane.
Right.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Okay.
But do we want to just take the portal, or do we want
In the moments that this is all happening, the goblins put together a litter basically for
Okay.
Arachnothane.
Okay.
that'll be better?
All right, guys. High alert. Double guard. If you have to, fall back to the forest.
They close the heart of the mountain. And you can see there's like a little alarm bell that they have inside there attached to like a little wire that you don't know how it comes out of the door, because the door to the heart of the mountain is airtight and it just seemingly appears out of the side of the door. Some weird
we're gonna
bullshit
talk about
goblin
that in a minute.
ingenuity, right? But they close off the doors, and you've experienced this a couple of different times. You see that kind of like slightly faint bluish glimmer around the doors of the heart of the mountain. So you know that the big blue hand is active. If anyone other than the wielder of the heart of the mountain or the steward of the heart of the mountain tries to get through there, it'll do its thing.
Yeah.
And the goblins set a watch on the door. And they kind of retract in too. They pull back the guard posts from the more outer portions, right? Because there are various different portals in this place. So it's possible that people could get behind the guard posts. They pull back into the nave, and they have like just little scouts here or there watching the hallways to know if anyone's coming.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then we make for the flagging portal.
Okay. All right. Not enough time for a short rest or anything like that.
No.
You guys arrive. It's about 5 minutes of conversation.
Anyone need a short rest?
You get about like another 10 minutes as you guys are making final decisions, and people are being tended to, and a litter's being made. All of the goblins are coming in, etc., etc. So you're here for maybe about 15 or 20 minutes before you head out. If you guys want to do a short rest, you could do that if you want, but that will add time to the overall scenario.
Yeah. Does anyone need that?
There's nothing for
No.
me.
Okay. Then we just go.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good to go.
All right. There are some things that are happening in the background here. I need a D100 rolled. And then Zach, I need specifically you to roll me another D100. 34.
89.
89. Okay. All right. Ashes, you already rolled one, so I'm going to put this one on Ezra. Need another D100.
35.
5. Cut in the fucking middle. Okay.
On the positive. Come on.
It's too close. Matashtai, Mr. Deadman, I would like you to roll a D100. You guys want a 50 or up?
I want a 52.
Oh my god. Oh.
We're playing
What
with
is
your
this
heart,
night?
homie. We're playing with your heart. Oh.
Everybody makes their way to the flagon portal. How are you activating the gate?
We pour one out for our homie.
You actually pour one out for your homie.
Ezra
I
tears up a
poured my
little bit.
monster onto my keyboard just so everyone's aware. It almost happened.
Did you? Wow. Um, you go immediately back into another gate. And you feel that presence again. It's there. It wants to help you. And each of you kind of hears in your mind this almost croak of this feminine voice say, "Too weak. Need power." And that's it. You're released right into the silvery stream. Nothing can be done. No aid. I need a D100 from every one of you.
Damn.
45 for Ezra. 45 for Bones.
Rollies.
And a 95 from Matashtai.
Yeah, good
Rollies for Ezra and Bones.
Is Rollies a D20 or another D100?
No, do another D100. 36.
Suck a bitch.
78. Bones.
Oh,
For the third time in like less than 24 hours, the shadow chases after you, dark hands streaking out towards you. I need you to roll.
no ghost.
I need you to roll a D100.
So many hundies rolled.
I know, baby.
99.
Pretty high.
That's pretty
Don't know what it does.
high.
They're pretty cool.
I'm assuming it's
You-
like a wild magic table. So
You feel
higher rolls
those
better.
hands streak out towards you, and some of them do catch on to you, but you slip away and you pull away and you dodge out of the way. You feel like a minor amount of control with your mind propelling you. You feel almost as if you're emboldened for some reason, and the shadow just isn't able to pin you down enough to do whatever it has been doing to you previously, right? You are able to elude it long enough that you are shunted out through the gate.
Sweet.
Oh, goodness. Everyone can add 1,500 experience to their character sheets for defeating
Shit, bitch.
Gareth
1,
Ikorsha.
6, 9, 70.
Okay. That's
26, 970, that's what you said, right?
that.
That's what I got.
That includes you, Matashtai.
Okay. Jay, what are we at?
Jay, tell me what we're at.
We're at that.
Well, I had the number wrong last time, so I'm double checking.
I feel you. Okay. I need. No. Fuck. We're hopping so many different freaking areas right now. It's wild. I'm not prepared. Don't need any of these anymore. Not there. Boom. You guys come out of the Flagon Gate. A few moments later, you are approached by two familiar drow. You know these drow to not actually be drow. They are incubi in disguise. They see who you are somewhat surprised by your arrival. They call forth their companions, and you all are ushered towards the safety of Spiderwatch Keep. I need a group stealth check.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam.
No.
At disadvantage. 10's not bad.
Wait, no, I'm advantage. I forgot. I am for now.
No, be one with me. Be one with me.
No, there we go. Here I go being more sneaky.
Oh.
Stealthy.
We don't know if he's more sneaky
Better than
yet.
10.
Gotta wait. Barely.
Barely.
Two.
Is what it is. Rolling. I'm gonna roll a stealth check for Quilin, who I'm gonna say is doing this at disadvantage while helming the litter for Arachnophane.
Are we supposed to have tokens on this map?
You're not. No, you don't have tokens yet.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to figure out where I need to place you before shit starts.
I was just scrolling out and I'm like, I don't see us.
14. Okay. Not horrendous. Not especially good. I need everyone to roll me wisdom saving throws. You all begin. You are stealthily led through the misty tunnels towards the safety of Spiderwatch Keep. But as you are arriving, you hear that braying from the herd come up, and then you see you're accosted by the misty forms that come out of the fog itself. Bones, you're fine. Ashes, you take.
Oh wait, never mind. Ignore that.
Yep. Ashes. You take 5 psychic damage. Ezra, you take 2 psychic damage. As for a brief moment, you are accosted by the misty forms of minotaurs as you have to kind of like run the last leg of the journey through the iron strands of spider webs and into the actual territory proper of the Spiderwatch Keep. You are led forward to Spiderwatch Keep itself. There is a fair amount of fanfare there is initially a fair amount of fanfare from the drow that you encounter on the way for Arachnophane's return. And then that is subdued as those individuals see the form of your fallen ally, Matashtai, being carried amongst you. And then there's an air of suspicion as they see this other drow that they do not know, do not recognize. Right?
I immediately call for the captain. I can't think of her name right now.
Rilna Freth is
Rilna, yep.
As you guys are approaching the initial garrison, the initial watchtower of Spiderwatch Keep, Rilna Freth is there meeting you as this is all happening. It's actually at that point that as you are meeting with Rilna Freth, there is a commotion happening to the southwest up on that cliffside that you guys had seen that other party of drow take or go up when they were going to be
Right.
your distraction for when you were going through the Speak with the Dead gate. And Rilna sends off a party of drow warriors to investigate. You start to hear this cawing and screeching, right, coming from that direction. And a few moments later, you see winding their way down the path from that direction as little group of drow warriors rushes past them. You see Zarana Daragon speaking with them, telling them something. They rush off. You see Dirzana Freth behind him, and you actually see moss-covered rock near stream trundling along beside them as well.
Boy.
You see Dirzana Freth is covered in blood down one side of her face, and seems to have been in an altercation. She seems heavily wounded. And in point of fact, Zaran is also a bit more injured than last you saw him as well.
And they got Minotaured.
They arrive as kind of Rilna is just standing there taking in the situation, and you are now kind of whole again. There's a Zarana Daragon, moss-covered rock near stream is here. What do you guys want to do?
So I lean into Rilna in a quiet voice. I acknowledge Quillen and declare him a defector and do what you need to do to protect your space, but our group does believe his claims. And
He looks at you, shrugs, looks at him, says, "Not the first, hopefully won't be the last."
Hey, what's going on up there? You need help? I'm good. I'm good to go.
Zaran looks at you and kind of like shakes his head and kind of like sighs and says, "It should be fine. The Zazana caught wind of us as we were trying to get out, but the Vrox halted them. We got through the webbing, so it should be fine. Just now they need to be deterred and sent back on their way. Volley or two of crossbow bolts will do that."
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, obviously we'd like to see the matron mother.
Rilna nods and says, "Of course." And she just gestures to follow her. And she leads you. Oh, I turn you into giants. She leads you inside.
Ezrah smash.
And a couple of different things happen, right? Almost immediately, some attendants arrive. Quillen, Tlond, and Arachnophane are led away. You see some priestesses come out and begin to tend. One follows along with Quillen, Tlond, and Arachnophane, basically assessing the extent of Arachnophane's wounds. One comes over and begins to tend to Dirzana Freth's fresh wounds, right? And you all are brought into the courtyard, and then Rilna has to ask you to wait for a moment because she knows that previously, or at least up until a moment ago, Eralal was supposed to be in a meeting with, what'd she say?
Yeah, Jeremy, what would she say?
Group charisma check for me real quick.
Group?
What happened to that crazy spear? Is it still in Matt's hand?
No, I mean, he would have dropped it, when I say that. He wasn't wielding it, so I assumed he would have, like, stowed it on a part of his body somewhere. So in theory, it's still on his body.
Oh, I thought it was like stuck in his hand, cursed like.
No, it does not seem to be cursed to him, a
Oh,
la old Ash's sword, you know?
I assume this is a charisma check, so I get a whopping 9.
We need one from you two, Bones.
I rolled one.
What did you?
Fuck? I clicked it. This is bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Does not seem like you clicked it.
Get your shit together.
Game is bullshit.
Oh, 9, a 12, and a 4. She's more buttoned up than she might otherwise be. She is sympathetic,
Fine,
and
one of us
obviously,
died for you.
you are already working in her good graces, but she does not let slip information that she otherwise might have. She disappears into Spiderwatch Keep, and you are surrounded by not surrounded, but like you are attended to by various non-combatants of the Frethian household. There aren't like lounges out here in the courtyard, but there are a few small like seating locations. You're taken over to one of those and allowed to sit, and water is brought to you, fresh bandages are brought to you. Even Dear Zana, though, is sitting here waiting, right? Like, she wasn't secreted away, she wasn't given, like, special access or anything like that. And it's surprisingly a few minutes before Rilna Freth comes back to you. And she, you're all trained in insight, she has a intense look of distaste on her face, and she just walks up to you and says, Erelal will see you.
Well, I'm not in a position to unpack that. All right then, thanks.
Yeah.
I ask if everything's okay.
She looks at you, and she says, looks at Derzana, nods her head, and says, we should be celebrating. Apologies. Obviously, you have experienced a loss, but I believe I know your intent here, and hopefully that loss will not be a permanent one. We should be celebrating today, and instead we have to deal with everything else. And she walks into the hold, leading you forward. And you're led into Erelal Freth's chamber. And Dirzana follows you, right? And I do mean follows you, like, doesn't rush forward, doesn't like, isn't led into a situation where it's like, oh yes, I run into my mother's arms. She follows you a few feet behind, as she kind of like is brought into this space. And you all find yourself once again in front of the Great Mother. Is that the... No, that's the wrong thing. Whoops. I'm on the entirely wrong floor. My bad. You all are brought in. Rilna doesn't really announce you per se. She just kind of like walks up to Erelal, whispers something, and then walks over to the side. And you see tears on Erelal's cheeks. And she looks up at you as you enter, and she nods. And she sees Matashtai on Ash's shoulder. And you see for a moment, she doesn't like sob, but she does take like this deep breath, right? Yeah. What do you guys do?
Did anyone see how he got killed in our party?
I saw it. I mean,
Bones
I
was
was
there.
there.
Ashes saw it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just wondering if anyone actually had a beat on the situation.
yeah.
And yeah, Mage popped out and blasted him. I don't know.
I saw a fucking green ass beam drill through the floor up through his body.
Sawed me in half now?
Apparently,
Apparently.
that's what Jay said.
Oh,
I
what
mean,
happened to
I
your
guess it
form?
was saw-esque noises. I mean, I was
You
just
see-
trying to think of like anime beam noises.
Zeron walks in past you all, kind of like politely shoulders past, and you see he goes
Mhm.
over to that shrine that's in the southeast corner of this chamber, right? This audience chamber. And you see he lights this little like piece of incense, and he does this like little hand motion, and he reaches forward, and there's some sort of oil that he dabs his fingers in and spreads across his forehead, and he seems to like go into prayer for a moment.
I'll just ask her then. Help him,
That wasn't a question.
please.
Can you?
She looks at you. And she says, I am not against helping him, but I cannot at this moment. And I cannot. If I do it, it must be through your means.
So I've already, and I explained gentle repose and that effect. What do you mean by our means?
I think she means we gotta pay for it.
I mean, my people have been dying, fighting for a long time. And we cannot afford to bring every one of them back. I will do what is within my power to do for you, as long as you provide the means.
You mean the components or
She kind of like nods to you, right? Like that's the situation, right? She is a powerful enough mage that as long as they're not losing more than one person a day, she
Right.
could bring back everyone. But she can't because she can't afford to. No city, no country, no organization can afford to.
Okay,
And
so we have to go.
and in
Diamond.
her eyes and in the eyes of House Breath, for soldiers of the house, for her own children have died in this war, and she hasn't been able to bring them back in certain situations, right? Some of them have been killed and she just hasn't been able to bring them back. She has brought back others in times that she could, right? But now it's kind of the Frethian way that it's not fair for the sons and daughters of Erelol to be brought back when
right?
everyone else is just left to die, right? So she can do it, but it has to be done through your means.
Okay, so that means we need to go to the surface and pay 1,000 gold for a diamond.
500.
Well, yeah, but it sells for double.
Oh.
Like, isn't that how shit works? It sells for
No.
double the
No,
value.
we have to buy a $500.
No, that's literally how I've been having to fucking navigate this whole enchantment shit this whole time.
Say what?
If I need if I need a 100 gold gem, I have to pay 200 gold for it.
It depends on the situation who you're haggling with.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
also, you have 0 charisma.
okay, yeah, but I'm a business cat and I've developed relationships.
Business
so,
cat.
With your
No,
0 charisma.
it is legitimately the concept though. Like, so if you go to buy 100 gold diamond, for example, right? In theory, if it's worth 100 gold to literally everyone, then they bought it for 100 gold and they're selling it for 100 gold. But that's not how actual commerce goes. So 100 gold something will fluctuate in price. So when you haggle with someone, that's why you might purchase something for 125 or 150 or what have you. Regardless of that situation, right? Erlal, you all kind of like begin to convene amongst yourselves. And Erlal turns and she kind of like flits a hand towards Zaran, and Zaran ends his prayer, reaches forward, does something on the shrine, and you hear a click, and then this little drawer slides out, and Zaran pulls a diamond out of it.
okay. Do you want us to forward or replace it?
Either?
Okay.
I mean,
Think
I'll,
any of us are willing to front the 500 gold
I mean, no,
or whatever.
I will pass.
That is not
I'll
problem.
pass Matashtai off to Bones, immediately reach into my pouch and produce 50 platinum.
I mean, I got some. I'll pay 20 plat of it.
All right, I'll pull out 30 platinum.
Okay.
I watch them do that.
Rilna walks forward, takes your money. Zaran takes the diamond out of the shrine, does something at the shrine. The drawer closes. Walks over to Erlal, and Erlal steps, very pregnant belly, steps off of her, steps up from her divan and past her harp and meets Zaran, takes the diamond, and then is walking over to you, and she has this look on her face of exhaustion, right? And also sadness, right? But also empathy for your plight and for the situation. And for the first time, as she is walking over towards you, you see her eyes look past you and fall on her daughter, on Dirzana, right? And there is a look of genuine care and love on her face. And you can tell she wants to be with her daughter. She wants to hug her daughter. She wants to console her. But she is a queen for all intents and purposes,
Right.
and running, keeping everyone alive, keeping this place going, keeping it out from under the thumb of their rivals supersedes her need to go to her daughter in this moment. So instead she goes to you, because you are the people who brought her daughter back. You are the people who made this even possible, and you see more affirmed in her eyes, right? Compared to after you fought with her and her entourage, you see more affirmed in her eyes. You are the people that she believes might be able to turn the tide against House Ofredar. And for all that she wants to say, get the fuck out, I want to be alone with my daughter, she's not going to do that. She walks over to Matashtai, and she looks at you all and she says, "You now?"
I thought you said you didn't have the ability today.
Ah.
I don't want to weaken you further. This
No,
is trying time.
That's my bad. Sorry, you're correct. I apologize. Thank you for that. She does not have the spell prepared today, so she steps forward towards all of you, and she'll tell you that she can do it tomorrow at dawn, right? Or at the equivalent of dawn. That she will commune with Elistrai and ask for that power and make it so. And she hands you the diamond that you paid for.
Take your
And,
time. Be with your daughter. We can excuse ourselves. And
Can we have the room for one more night?
Driven has been over on the wall, just standing there, arms crossed, kind of like taking in the situation, and like inclines his head. And you can see he makes some sort of motion, and his eyes roll into the back of his head. And you hear out in the hallway, servants begin to walk into that chamber. Errolal looks at you all. I think this is probably going to be where we end in the night. Errolal looks at you all as you are being... technically, you can continue the conversation. But whether you continue the conversation or whether you all trundle off to rest your wounds and usher in the morrow, she looks at you and she asks... Before we do this, you know if he wants to come back. And that, I think, is where we're gonna end tonight's episode. So, we're off next week, I believe. So, it will be at least 2 weeks before we answer that question. As we come back
a month to think about it, Mitch.
to more Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.